Hi, St. Pius. It's Mrs. Timothy. I have a project for my big kids today, 6th through 8th grade. We're using crayons, but not in the way that we have usually used crayons. So I want you to have some crayons. We have a whole container of crayons here. And these are the kind of crayons that your parents might be ready to throw out or give away or not know what to do with. And instead of throwing them out, we can make something with the crayons. So we have old crayons. We have a glue gun and a ruler. Okay, what we're gonna make today is this like a pencil holder. You can see I started it, and we're gonna use our crayons to make the sides and the bottom. So I started with the bottom. These are pretty full-length crayons. You don't want broken bits for this part. I started with the bottom. I laid out 8 crayons, and I used the glue gun to glue them together. I put glue on one side. I let it dry. Don't touch the glue when it's hot. It's very, very hot. It can burn you. It turns clear when it's dry. Can you see that, Brenna? See that it's clear? So I put glue on the bottom. I used any colors here for the bottom. Didn't matter what colors. Put glue on it. I turned that over and I put glue on the back side, on the underside of them. All right? And then I started doing the sides, which is what I have 2 sides done. We're going to do the other 2 sides. I laid my colors out in a rainbow. So you can see I started here with pink to red, orange to yellow. Over here I got yellow, green to green, blue, and then blue to purple. All right. I have 8 crayons for each side of my pencil holder. So I've laid out 8 crayons for one side, 8 crayons for the other to fill in these 2 sides here. And then the ruler is to push the crayons up so that the bottoms are all aligned. It doesn't matter if the top is not aligned, because the top doesn't matter, but the bottoms have to be nice and straight so that they sit on the bottom of your pencil holder right. So I'm going to align that one. I'll just do it one at a time, okay? So I've lined up my one side. I'm going to take my glue gun, and I'm just going to use the glue and put it right down between each of the crayons. Okay. Sometimes they'll roll a little. It doesn't matter. If you don't quite get glue in between them, you can always put more glue on after it dries and you get an idea of what's sticking together and what's not. If you are running out of your glue stick, just take another glue stick and put it in behind the other glue stick. Don't try to get the glue stick in there that's out. Don't try to get out the piece of glue that's already in there. Just put another one behind it, and you can push that glue stick through with the new glue stick. Does that make sense, what I just said? All right. So I have one glued, and we're going to let that dry. I don't want to touch it yet. Let's do the other side. I can tell that the one glue stick is running out, but as I push the top one down, it'll push the second one through. My noisy glue gun. It is a drippy day outside, isn't it? And it's supposed to be very cold tomorrow. But that's okay. All right. I have them both glued. Excuse me. I'm going to check this one side out. Okay, look, it's pretty solid. I can lift it up and it's not, there's no pieces falling apart. That's good. This is almost dry. It dries very quickly. That's also pretty good. Okay. So now we want to attach these 2 sides to our pencil holder, and I want to do it in rainbow order. So this yellow side would go here, and this red side would go here. So that's how we're going to do it. You don't have to do it in rainbow order. I'm doing it in rainbow order. You can do it in whatever order you'd like. But I'm going to set this up like here. Let's see. Oh, it's not exact. It is close. It's very, very close. So I have it lined up so I can tell what's going to be sticking on my, I can see where they're going to land. In other words, on the bottom. So I'm going to take one off. I can see where I should put this line of glue here for this side. So I want to put a line of glue on the bottom and quickly put a line of glue on the side there of the wall that's already standing and get it in there. It dries so quickly that if you don't move quickly, it'll be hard before you even put the pieces together. All right. I have a wobbly piece there, and that I can just glue together. I was trying not to get glue on the outside. That is okay. Put some glue around the bottom. Get those bottom pieces in there. Now let's get the last one on, the last wall. It's going to go kind of like that. Oh, this time we have to put glue on both edges. And it dries so quickly that I'm afraid I'm going to miss it. But let's see what happens. Again, try not to touch that glue while it's stinking hot. I'm going to take one crayon away here. So, and that fits a little better. So I have one wall with only 7 crayons. And that's okay. But that's about it. Now I would come back after it dries and put some more glue on these spots that are a little bit not quite together. But there is your pencil holder. Very simple, built out of crayons. Another thing you could do, you imagine using crayons like Lincoln Logs. I started this one. So I built a base. Again, I used 8 long crayons. And then I started building the crayons up, like stacking them like Lincoln Logs. Put 2 crayons in one direction, 2 crayons in the other on top. And go back and forth. I hope you've played with Lincoln Logs in your lives, right? Right. So I put 2 going this way. It's like a log cabin. And then I'm going to put 2 going the other way. And if you can imagine, this could get as tall as you wanted it to be. And that is just fun with old crayons. Instead of throwing them away, you could build with them. And that's what you can try this weekend. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. St. Pius. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week.